Hey guys, how's it going? Ryan, Robert, and actually a special guest, Angie, here today,
Hello.
talking for episode 4 of Just Catching Up. I keep saying Just Catching Up, but it's literally catching up. It's not just catching up. Talking about basically vacation stories today, because when this posts, I believe I will be leaving for vacation or on vacation with Angie here. And a kind of new experience for me, because I think this is the 3rd time I've ever been on a plane, 5th time I've ever left the state. No, 6th. But yeah, so we'll be talking about that today. And we are continuing the tradition we started in the last video of drinking something new. We are drinking Berghoff root beer draft style. What do you guys think so far?
I need ice cream.
Yeah, it is definitely a root beer float root beer.
You know what it reminds me of? The root beer sucker.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I could see that too.
I know a lot of root beers taste very similar to each other, but like this one.
This one, yeah, you could taste the vanilla.
Like the vanilla. That's good.
Yes, the dum-dums.
Yeah, the dum-dum talking about dum-dums.
Call me a dum-dum? I know. I slipped on ice today and kind of hurt my butt.
So I'm going to be posting a picture right about now of what you're wearing right now, Ross. So I just want you to explain yourself.
So you know what a Snuggie is?
Yeah.
This is Japan's version of a Snuggie in bat form.
It's a onesie. It's a bat onesie.
Kind of looks like.
It's got the tail. It's got the wings.
I had to describe it without.
I like the hood.
Cat in the Hat, kind of, but like that the colors. But the top looks like kind of like.
Yeah, I wish you would have included me.
So
I would have
cute.
worn my Stormtrooper onesie that I don't have
I wasn't
anymore.
expecting this to happen today. Is the thing. I was
No,
told
I'll
like
wear my
this
Captain America jacket. That's what I'll do. I'll be or Spider-Man. We were actually, before we started recording this, we were watching a YouTube poop of Spider-Man called At Rent's End. It's like a 50-minute video. It's hilarious all the way through it. It actually has a coherent story for a YouTube poop. But yeah, so Angie's here this time. She was supposed to be here last time, but for whatever reason, only 40 seconds of video saved. So we had to push that back. We are actually recording this before 2021. So there's that. All the videos for January are recorded before the end of the year this year, just to get everything out of the way, except for the vlog and the live stream, obviously, because you can't do a live stream live. You can't do a live stream not live. But yeah, so how was everybody's Christmas before we get into this?
It was good.
It wasn't bad.
Enjoyable.
I'm more curious, because I spent a lot of it with you, Angie.
Yeah.
I'm more curious with what you did, Ross.
I fell asleep to that It's a Wonderful Life.
I used to do that. Black and white shows make me fall asleep.
It wasn't that. It was the movie that put me to sleep. It was that I was already tired and I was already at the house for like 7+ hours.
I love It's a Wonderful Life. This is actually the first year in like 5 years that I didn't go and see it in theaters. They actually do like $1 theater night where we watch, where you can watch Christmas movies in December. And yeah, we used to do that every single year, but can't when the thing's not open.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing is they knew what herons were in 1946.
The what?
They knew what herons were in 1946.
So mine was pretty good. We opened up gifts in the morning. Angie came over for a bit.
Yep.
Then I went to Angie's for a bit. Then we watched a movie. Then I went home and ate dinner, my second dinner. Then I watched a movie and went to bed.
What about second breakfast?
But yeah, so what's your guys' plan for the new year? Since that's tomorrow for us. Or,
I literally don't
what
know.
was your guys' plan for the new year, I guess I should say. In this
I never
context.
had one.
I
I
think
don't
see
even
you
know what
tomorrow.
I'm doing tomorrow.
Maybe. I don't know what I am doing tomorrow. All I know is I am eating dinner with my parents.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know.
Okay.
Getting my check.
It's either me and my dad are doing nothing and just staying at our place, or we're going to a friend's place.
Yep. Also, by the time this is out, we'll all be $600 richer.
Yep.
So that'll be nice. Kind of pay half a rent.
What
But
rent?
no, you know what I mean though. So we've been BSing for about 5 minutes. Let's get into the meat of this. So, Russ,
Mm-hmm.
I take it you've been on out-of-state vacations before.
Out of state, I've been out of the country.
Oh, tell me some of those. Where'd you go?
Panama, my mom's homeland.
That's pretty cool.
We ended up being there for like 2 months.
What's Panama like?
Really nice. Hot. Last time I was there, like, everything was pretty cheap.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We got a meal for a family of 10 for like $5.
Oh, wow.
And this was like at a local family restaurant.
Nice. Did you get to see the canal?
No, I didn't.
So, you've been out of country. Angie, I know you've been out of country too. Has it just been Mexico though, or have you gone over?
I've been to Mexico and yeah, I think that's it.
Actually, now that I think about it, I might actually have a citizenship in Panama.
Really?
I might.
How do you have a citizenship in Panama?
Because I think my mom used to have me and my brother live there when we were much younger.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what other states have you been to?
Texas, Arizona, Tennessee, Florida, North Carolina, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That's it.
Nice. I've been to Ohio, Minnesota. Minnesota. Ohio again, Tennessee twice, and Indiana. So that's about it. So me going to Florida, that'll be my first time in Florida. Farthest away I've been from home, and I'm really excited. I'm excited for the warm weather. We live in Illinois, so right now it's like 20 degrees, and it just snowed 6 inches last night. Now it's
It looks like
frozen rain.
we're gonna be like in the 80s though.
I look like I went to take the trash out.
Hopefully.
I get back in, I look out the window. Oh, hey, it started snowing.
This was pretty funny. I went to the mall yesterday and picked something up. It was clear out. There's nothing. I go in for probably 10 minutes. I walk out and it's like already a quarter inch on the ground, flurrying. You go, oh my god, not this
And
again.
they're like, oh, we were overdue because it was definitely supposed to snow on Christmas.
Yeah. Maybe it didn't. We
It
just
flurred
slept
a
through
little
it.
bit, but then it melted the next morning.
Yeah. So, Angie, tell me some traveling stories.
Traveling stories? Ooh,
Yep.
I have many. I've been on a cruise ship. I can talk about that.
Sure, if you want to talk about that.
I've been on a couple. The ones I was really little. Then the last one I remember on, I was 20, just turned 20.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Mexico. And it was really fun. Well, with my brother, his girlfriend, my parents, and someone else I don't want to mention.
Your ex.
Yeah.
We talk about my ex on here sometimes. It's no big deal.
Okay. Well, that's why they're exes. But
Yep.
it was good. I kind of wish you came with me instead. It would have been more fun.
Oh, and I gotta remember, I keep forgetting to mention this story ever since it happened, and I'm really, really kicking myself. So I'm gonna tell it now so I don't forget. So last time, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
I thought you were done.
No,
Continue.
it's okay. It was really fun. Just did a lot of outskirts shopping, swimming. Oh, that's probably one of my favorite travel. Sorry, I want to finish up so I don't forget anything.
Oh no, you're good. Because I just realized I forgot something.
Okay, go
So when we originally recorded the last podcast, Ross, or Robert, I'm sorry, I keep saying, I know I'm just going to, officially now, if I say Ross, it's Robert, I'm not going to correct myself. You are notorious for taking a long time for me coming into my car.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, you don't have to explain why. That's not really fully part of this story, but at the same time it is. So me and Angie were waiting for you in the car.
I remember this one.
Yeah, I shared this when Angie was with us, and then I forgot to share it again. But we were waiting in the car for you. We had the car unlocked, just sitting in there listening to music, had the heater running. And all of a sudden the door opens, and Angie thinks it's you. And we hear, are you my Uber driver? Somebody almost got into the car. And no mask on, nothing, to sit down and have me take her somewhere. But like when you finally came out, her Uber driver came out, was the exact same car. So I mean, yeah, Chevy Cruzes are pretty common, and red's a common color. But like that's kind of funny that she just assumed that as her Uber. I've never done Uber before, so like, don't they text you when they're there though? Okay. All right, so after that sidebar.
And usually they have a picture too, the license plate, and it says Uber on the front. You don't want to just randomly get in someone's car.
Right.
You know, I mean, I know it was cold and whatever, but
I mean, there's one point I had to call a taxi service, and it was just awkward.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was with Veggie Boy.
Oh.
And
Okay,
yeah,
weirdo.
and our friend, like, he stranded us at his work.
Oh,
So
I
we
think
had-
I know this story.
I don't think I told you this one yet, but it's like
I think he told me.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, me and him had to walk to a diner, call for a taxi, and that took like maybe 2-3 hours until we finally got a taxi.
Didn't your ride's father or something call him and say they had to be home right now or something like that? That's what it was, or was that a different thing?
Different thing.
Oh, okay. Something
No.
on the I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
me and him, we just ended up being stranded at our friend's work. And it's like, okay, so we were just basically just forced to walk to the diner and wait 3 hours for our taxi ride.
That stinks.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is I just like being in control of the car. I don't like other people driving.
You let me drive.
Sometimes.
So,
But notice how I prefer how I usually drive.
yeah.
But yeah, that's besides the point. Let's get back to the story. So we'll talk about my 2 favorite experiences, I'll say, for travel up until we go to Florida.
I'm excited.
Me too. But one of my first ones was going to Minnesota. That was so fun. So Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold and Volbeat were doing a one night only show, and it was for
Excuse me.
you're excused, but it was to break in the Viking Stadium, U.S. Bank Stadium, I think it's called. But yeah, it was like the second day that it opened. Some country singer played the day before, but they were like the main course of the show, and it was also Brooke Wackerman's first show as the drummer for Avenged Sevenfold. But yeah, so we drove. It was me, my uncle, and my aunt, and we drove. Actually, it was before she was my aunt, but we drove to Mall of America first. Have you guys ever been to Mall of America?
No.
It's literally almost a city-sized mall. It's humongous. In the middle, there's a amusement park. I didn't go into that, but it's the Nickelodeon amusement park.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. And the mall is so big that it has several of the same stores just spread out through it.
Same stores?
Yeah, I think there was 2 GameStops in there. There's another there's 2 of it. I can't remember. There's no Starbucks, but there's 10 Caribou Coffees in there.
Yeah, that's pretty much their...
It's the same thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah. That was the funniest part was after you walk half the mall, you kind of start noticing that you already walked the whole mall.
No, I've
But,
never been. Can I ask you, are there any stores that I like? That
Oh,
remember
there, yeah, there's stores for everybody.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and then my uncle also bought the engagement ring for my aunt there at the same time. But they had a Lego World there, like a Lego store, and as everybody on watching and everybody here knows, I love Lego. And it was actually a little disappointing. They basically, it's like kind of an open area. So like you just walk in and it's like, it's like one of those little almost a big version of those like kiosks at the mall by our house. That was my phone. Sorry. I forgot to silence it.
Oh, pizza's here. No kidding.
Oh, pizza time.
Pizza time.
But
why would we order pizza when Mike's gonna do it for us?
Oh,
I was just quoting
love him.
Spider-Man.
I love pizza.
I had pizza already, did I?
Yum.
I go for seconds.
Same. We never have too much pizza.
But yeah, it was just like a little walk-in area, and they didn't even have like, you know how like the Lego store that's closest to us has like all the new sets and all that stuff and everything, even from smallest to biggest. This only had all the medium-sized sets. And it's like you're supposed to be like the renowned Lego store of the U.S. and you're really limited. But I think they had a Bricks and Minifigs in there, if I remember right, and that was like the first Bricks and Minifigs I ever went to. But yeah. Anyways, after that we drove to the hotel, which was in Minneapolis. It was walking distance to the stadium. And there was a comic book store down there that was closed for the month. So couldn't go there. But that wasn't the point of going. The point of going was the concert. And that was an amazing concert. I actually have... Metallica sells each individual concert they do on record, or on CD. And you can purchase it on their website and then get it. Mm-hmm. So me and my uncle own that. And it was just so fun. Avenged Sevenfold did a good job. But the drummer wasn't fully in practice yet, so you could tell that there was some stuff missing. But he was still good. And then Metallica just rocked the house. And there's even a part which, if you listen to whatever you call it, they forget like a verse or something after a guitar solo. And like I didn't notice it, my uncle didn't notice it. And like 2 songs later, James goes, "Yeah, I thought this was weird. I was like, this part's going on too long. Wait, no, I'm supposed to sing." So we're going to go back and fix that part since you guys paid a lot of money to be here. And they played like 30 seconds of the song again. But yeah, that was a lot of fun doing that. And then the other time was probably my second time going to Tennessee. I only say the second because the first I barely remember. But Tennessee is just so beautiful. I love it. And then where we were staying, which was one of my uncle's houses, there's like no neighbors for miles. Like basically it felt like the whole street was theirs.
That's awesome.
And then we went for a wedding for my youngest uncle. And where we had the wedding, it was this barn. Well, the wedding was outside the barn, but the reception was in the barn. And it was just this amazing area and everything. It was pretty cool. It was a dry county too. But yeah, it was a really, really fun time. We went to Lookout Mountain as well, which if you've ever been to Lookout Mountain, it's pretty cool. You get to stand in 4 different states at the same time. I think it's 4 or 5 states.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's at a meeting point between all the states. So, got some stories, Ross?
I have a lot of stories about Florida.
Let's hear it. Since we're going to Florida, those are the best to hear.
It's best to go to Florida during the spring when all the spring breakers are at the beach and not in the amusement parks.
What about January?
I don't know how it is during the winter.
I think it's...
I've never been to amusement parks like during the winter. I've been in Florida during the winter, but we never really went out because we were just there to spend time with family.
Yeah.
So have you been to all the Florida parks before then? So like SeaWorld, Universal?
I've been to Universal, I've been to Magic Kingdom, I've been to Adventure Island.
What about Disney?
Magic Kingdom is part of Disney.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because isn't Disney technically like 4 different parks?
Yep. I've
Yeah,
only been
because
to
there's
Magic Kingdom.
Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood, and a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All those were fun times.
yeah. I'm just excited to finally be doing this.
Me too.
What I miss is the Back to the Future ride.
Oh my god.
Where was that at? Universal?
It's
that was
Universal.
Universal, and they replaced it with the Simpsons ride.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future.
Same. They had this ride, E.T. that was my favorite.
E.T. sounds fun too. You know what's funny? For such a movie buff that I am, I haven't seen the movie E.T. in like 15 to 20 years. I barely remember it. I'm just like, I feel that's like the one thing that I'm ashamed about. Angie's like giving me like an open mouth stare right now that she's so shocked that I haven't seen it in 20 years.
I'm disappointed. I'm
She's
kidding.
really disappointed.
I'm kidding. I'm not. All right, we're doing this now.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm open to see it. I can't find it anywhere for cheap, for Blu-ray.
have it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and like, there's a lot of movies that. Oh, I wasn't going to say anything to Angie, until we actually started doing it. But I think I might as well tell you now. So after we finish the Transformers rewatch with Angie, from one of my other video series, we're gonna do the MCU. I haven't watched the MCU movie in like 8 months, so we can do this. So I forgot a lot too.
Okay.
Which is a big deal for me because how much I love that compared to everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've literally just been watching Pixar movies and other stuff this year.
He has so
Just to
many
get around
movies.
it. Yeah. We're looking at my Disney collection right now.
It's so cute. It's so organized.
Yep. Yeah, if only I could show you guys, but yeah, so the Marvel is release a date, Star Wars is chronological, Pixar is alphabetical, and then
It's all
Star Wars
facing
TVs.
one direction too.
Yep.
It's like now mixy match.
Yep, and then I got my favorite figure with my 2 favorite figures next to Star Wars, my Mandalorian Beskar armor and my Baby Yoda.
You said it's alphabetical order?
For Pixar.
I heard that's cool.
Yeah, Pixar's alphabetical, Star Wars is chronological.
I like it.
Yep.
Cool.
So another quick side fact. Did you guys hear about the Twisted Tea thing?
Yeah.
I see it everywhere.
Literally the only reason why I found out about it was Star Wars memes. People were posting a bunch of Star Wars memes with it. Like one of them was a Baby Yoda holding a Twisted Tea and it says, "Call me Baby Yoda one more time."
That's to me, probably.
And then the other one was the Slave One flying up, like in Mandalorian Season 2. And then instead of dropping the seismic charge, it drops the Twisted Tea. And then another one I saw was the drinks of 2020 War and Peace. And then War was the Twisted Tea and Peace was the cranberry juice. Because you know the whole cranberry juice meme too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God, that was crazy. That guy got what he deserved to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're being racist like that, you deserve to get hit with anything.
Yeah. Did you guys watch that video I sent in the group chat?
No.
Oh my god.
We have a group chat with all our friends called the Losers Club.
Yeah.
Which if we reach the goal that I've set to enable Patreon, I will be making a Discord of the same name. So yeah, make sure that we get up to, I think it was 750 subscribers by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll set up the Patreon with Discord as well. And we'll discuss that when we get closer. But yeah. So I guess another thing we could talk about is goals for this year. So last year, last year. It's this year still right now. Only 2 more days. Thank God.
Right.
This year kind of fell apart. So, like, at the beginning of the year last year, I made a video talking about all my goals that I wanted. And I only reached 2 of them out of the 4. And, of course, it was only Pokemon stuff. So, my goals at the beginning of the year was to lose weight. Like, I didn't actually say
How
a
much?
weight. Yeah, so if I weigh myself and I'm under 238, I actually did succeed.
You didn't really set a specific goal.
Yeah, so I'm
Looks
setting...
Like you did, babe.
Yeah. And then the other one was to get, I think it was 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't reach that. I'm only at 41 at the time of recording this. And then actually, I didn't technically finish this yet, but there's a good chance I'll be able to pretty soon. And also, it's a money reason why, but for most of the year I had to complete the Pokedex with all the different gender variants and everything. So I'm only missing Glacisteer, Zarude, and Regieleki. So, I mean, that's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a money issue. So, when I get enough side money to get the expansion for Shield, and then beat every single DS Pokemon game, which I finished in November, and now I'm playing the Game Boy Advance games. So my goal is to beat all the Game Boy Advance games this year, as well as 100% at least 3 Pokemon games. And then lose 10 pounds by the end of the year. And get 1,000 subscribers. And also just be happy. Be more open to people and everything, and talk more to people that are like-minded like me. I actually joined this group on Facebook called Star Wars Fans that actually like the movies, and have been a really, really active member on that, and enjoying it pretty much. So, any goals for you guys?
Yeah, I have a few. Well, kind of more so, I couldn't really do it that much this year just because everything got shut down, but, you don't need, like Brian he wanted to get in shape, but for me, I just wanted to, be more active and be happier and be consistent with it. Consistent is a really big thing, I think. With quarantine and this virus, it kind of takes a toll on you mentally, physically, and you just have to keep that goal set that if you want something bad enough, you will achieve it no matter what circumstance you're in, or, I don't think it could get any worse than this, but
Don't say that.
Hey, stop.
It can.
But like I said, whatever you're in, you just gotta make the best of it. You just gotta go with what you have. You have to just be grateful, and I think too, being grateful for being appreciative for all of the little things in life, and this kind of is kind of sucky, but this kind of thing, this was meant to happen because we not everyone, but I feel like I feel like sometimes people can, take things for granted, and when stuff like this happens, you learn to just appreciate it more. So, just my goal is just, make life the best I can, and be happy and successful, and just be positive.
That's good. How about you, Ross?
Gain more weight.
You can
Me and Angie lose weight.
Oh.
You gain weight.
Oh, we'll transfer it to you. You want
More
Almost.
specific, gain muscle weight.
Here you go.
I will give you 15 pounds of us because I'm almost 5. You want to lose 10.
Is it muscle weight?
Here you go.
Yeah. It's definitely not muscle weight from me, buddy. I'm sorry.
And I have to deny your
Yes, it
offer.
is.
So, since we're kind of talking about, controversies and stuff,
Sorry.
did you guys hear about the whole issue that went on in the Star Wars community? I'll take your silence as a no.
Why not?
So by the time of posting this, it'll have been a month ago that this happened, but right now it's been about 2 days. So do you agree that if you represent a major company that is a like franchise of any type, whether it be TV franchise, film franchise, you respect the people that are giving you money to do what you're doing?
Mhm.
Okay, good. So I'm not the only one that thinks that. So there's one of the biggest Star Wars YouTubers out there. His name's Star Wars Theory. He kind of opened the floodgates on what's been going on, per se. But he posted his reaction to the ending of season 2 of Mandalorian. Ross, are you okay if I spoil what it is to you?
Go ahead.
All right, so Luke Skywalker shows up, and
Oh yeah, I saw that episode.
yeah, so he has a emotional attachment about Luke Skywalker because a long history that I don't feel that I'm right to share because it's not my story. But seeing that was almost like bringing back hope to him. So he broke down. He filmed his reaction to the episode, and he broke down in tears and was crying. And the head of the story department for Star Wars, his name's Pablo Hidalgo. He's written tons of like reference books and everything. I think I might actually own one, which I want to sell now after this. Commented on somebody retweeting his Twitter post of his reaction, and basically kind of made fun of him and said emotions aren't for sharing, and was just kind of being really, really rude. Had to post a half-assed corporate apology, and now the floodgates are kind of opening that he's been treating a lot of fans terribly, and like saying every single Star Wars fan's a homophobic, misogynistic, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And I think that's completely wrong. That, I mean, every fandom, I've had these in my hot takes, every fandom has terrible people in it. Every fandom has good people in it. But it doesn't matter if I'm a terrible person or not. If I'm giving you money to do what you're doing, and I'm giving you a lot of money, and I'm giving you a lot of publicity and stuff like that, you shouldn't be treating me terribly. Because, I mean, in my opinion, like, yeah, me and Angie were bawling at the end of the episode. Heck, I'll be honest, I cried like 3 or 4 times seeing Force Awakens in theaters. I cried during Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars always makes me emotional, and that's why I love it so much. But, like, the fact that if somebody from the company were to call me out and say, stop acting like a baby or something like that, that would really tick me off. And I'd be like, okay, fine, if you want me to stop acting like a baby, I guess I don't need to be paying attention to your baby franchise if you can't, you know?
So you're saying if someone was telling you not to be emotional with Star Wars, you just wouldn't watch it?
Well,
anymore?
if Ross just looked at me and said, stop being emotional about Star Wars, that wouldn't hurt. But like if Kathleen Kennedy or something was like, oh, you shouldn't have an emotional connection to the franchise that I am helping continue. And it's like, okay, then what's the point of you helping continue it?
Yeah.
Because everything, not just Star Wars, but Pokemon, Marvel, football, everything means something different to each person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to accommodate every single person, but you just have to be respectful.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's all you have to do. You shouldn't, especially if it's something that you're running that these people are praising. And the saddest part is, like, in the Star Wars community, a lot of the people that are being the faces of Star Wars, besides most of the actors, the only people that aren't acting like this are the actors, from my notice, or from what I notice. But a lot of the higher ups are very, very crummy people. They're either the super fans that, like, will completely call you out and say that you're a terrible, terrible person for not liking something, like one of the people that runs the Star Wars show, or somebody like Pablo Hidalgo, who's, oh, don't be emotionally attached to this, even though you're giving me tons of money and giving me tons of publicity. It's like, that's not right in my opinion.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to be done. We got about 5 minutes left, guys. So I don't know what else to talk about. And probably us talking about that is just old news. So I will say sorry. We do try to record all these videos very far in advance just because we all have other lives right now. Again, more subscribers means more time added to this, means more excuse to have time more time added to this. So if we have more time added to this, we'll be able to be more up to date with what's going on and not talk about things from a month ago. But yeah, sorry that it's a little late, I guess, on it. But it is what it is with what we have to do. We work with what we have. This is going to be a little bit shorter episode than usual. We kind of went a little off task, which is fine. But next week, I actually... Here's one quick thing that I'm going to add on really quick. So one of my goals this year was to kind of be more organized with like my schedule for YouTube and stuff like that, and just my schedule in general. So I've been printing out, or I plan on printing out a monthly calendar and writing every video I'm going to do, writing everything that's going to be released for stuff that I care about anyway. So like I wrote on what would be tomorrow, the 15th, WandaVision episode 1, and then each week following on Friday, WandaVision. Wrote down my vacation, I wrote down my uncle and my dad's birthdays, and then I wrote down all the video schedules. So looking at this, on the 16th, so in 2 days, we'll be posting my Pokemon video, which is what I hope for this year. Then next week, on Thursday, we'll be doing some Battlefront 2 gameplay. So that's how that's going to look. Also, guys, make sure that if you that you watch my Happy New Year video, where we'll be discussing what my plans for subscriber goals are. Because if we reach 500, there's going to be another day added on here of videos, and the gameplay video on Thursdays is just going to be a highlights of the month of whatever Monday videos are. So, which will be gameplay videos. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to Angie's channel, which will have a link in the description, and your name is not Angie Cohen on it.
It's not anymore. Let me pull it up real quick.
Angie's going to pull it up. So Ross, just talk about things. Plug things really quick. Tell them what to watch anime-wise. Dr.
Fruits
Stone.
Basket.
What?
Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
Clan Head. For your depression. Angel Beats.
Also, I'll suggest a book that I'm reading right now called From a Certain Point of View, The Empire Strikes Back, where there's 40 stories of different people celebrating 40 years of Empire Strikes Back. God, the movie's that old. Yeah, it feels like I just saw it in theaters this year. Because I did. Angie's account is called Fancy Girl, so make sure you...
Capital F. Fancy, capital space, girl, capital GIRL.
Yep. So make sure you do that. And Ross, do you still not have a YouTube account?
Nope.
So don't subscribe to Ross's YouTube account because he doesn't have one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We love you, and remember, we're all good people.